Hey folks, today we're going to take a look at the net present value formula as it applies to the practice project 1.2 in our project management course. Now the net present value is a function of the required rate of return, the 15% here, and the income that you get for the different years of your particular project. Our sponsor, Corellian Engineering, has told us that they want a payback period of fewer than 5 years. So our net present value function is only going to have from year 0 today up through year 5. And we also know that we want a required rate of return of 15%. So that 15% that's highlighted here goes here on our spreadsheet. So we simply type in 15%. And again, 15% here. So now we know what our required rate of return is. Our initial outflow for the YT 1300 is going to be $700 million. So we're going to put that in as a negative number because we're spending the money, so that's outflow money today as a negative $700 million. And we get no money from it because we haven't started selling it today yet. We haven't developed the project yet. So the inflow for this project is going to be 0. However, in year 1 through 5, we've spent all the money, so where there is no other investment, so that's simply 0 all the way across the board. And we will get $225 million a year back from this project. So that's 225 and then 6 zeros behind it. 225 million, and we simply autofill to the right to fill the rest of them in. To get the net, we will say equals the the outflow plus the inflow. In this case, C7 plus C8. Again, outflow plus inflow. This is why we put this in as a negative number. And so in year 0, we have spent a total of $700 million. And then we autofill that across, and we see that we now have our total net for each year. To get the net present value, we're going to take the NPV with the 15% and these outflows. So in Excel, that is equal to NPV, open parentheses, select our required rate of return, and then select the stream of payments all the way across the board, C9 through H9. When we total it up, we get a total net present value of $47,167,080. So this stream of payments, while if we were to total that, would come to well over $1 billion, in today's dollars is worth only $47 billion. So again, our net, or the sum of this payment, would be quite substantial. $425 million. But in today's dollars, it's only worth $47 million because we have to discount it by that 15%. We do it all over again for the VCX 100 using the 15%, the minus 400 million, and today we're going to make $0. In the future we'll make 0 outflow, but we're going to make a positive 110 million inflow. And again, we can highlight these numbers all the way across to autofill. For the net, it's going to be 400 plus 0. So today we're spending 400 million, but in the future we're going to have a net that is here. And I can copy and paste my formula down to determine that that stream of payments is $150 million. Let's see what that 150 is in today's dollars. Again, it's equals NPV, open parentheses. Select the required rate. Select the stream of payments, C19 through H19. And we see here that the VCX actually has a negative return on investment. The stream of payments years 1 through 5 is not enough to make up for the $400 million we have to spend. In other words, if we require a rate of return of 15%, then we're not going to make back our 15% year over year for each year. Here we have a positive return on investment. Here we would have a negative return on investment. Put another way, the YT1300 meets the required rate of return plus. The VCX does not even come close to meeting the required rate of return. So based on the net present value formula, we would invest in the YT1300 and then leave the VCX 100 for a later date. Now, if you want to take it, this is all you need to do the practice project. If you want to take it a step further, you can actually have Excel calculate what the real required rate of return is. That is, we can go to Data, What If Analysis, Goal Seek. Data, What If Analysis, Goal Seek. And we're going to set our net present value to 0 by changing the required rate of return. Again, we set this number, the net present value, to 0 by changing the required rate of return. And that will tell us what we actually get on our money for the investment. So when we run through all of the iterations, we can see that this project is actually returning 18% rather than 15%. If we do it again for the VCX 100, again, that is Data, What If Analysis, Goal Seek. We're going to change this net present value to 0 by changing the required rate of return. When we click OK, we run through the iterations and we can see that this project only gets us a 12% return when our required rate was 15%. We click Cancel and we put everything back together. Just one note, right? The iPad does not have the what if analysis. So this can only be done on a PC or on a Mac. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.